that about? It sounded like a forced hiccup.
It was a gasp. Because we've done it. We've begun. The death of Varric.
The death of Varric, you see. Varric
But
is
I'm
no
not
longer allowed
down.
to be the alive.
But I don't understand.
You're
Why
not
would I
allowed to be the
die?
alive.
But
Oh,
it's a
Varric
gym
died?
battle.
All right, we'll see y'all Monday.
You're not allowed to be the
Larry.
alive.
Which clearly means you're going to win your gym battle.
No. See, this entire game is literally just so we can kill Emerald. We have to make sure that he's dead. Dead and gone.
Well, if Eric dies during this gym battle, then I just get to make a new character.
Dead and gone.
No further comments are necessary.
Holy crap. Hey guys, what's going on? We're sitting here playing some Pokemon. Playing some Pokemon Breakthrough RP shenanigans, stuff, things. It's not going to be a very long stream, because I'm pretty sure all I have to do is kill Emerald, and that's going to be a breeze, walk in the park. So it's not going to be a very long stream, but it's going to be a needed stream. We have to make sure that he dies before Monday, because he's not going to be here on Monday, so we can't kill him off screen. So we'll kill him here. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Mhm.
it's fine.
Yep.
We'll be good.
I'll just drag this out as long as physically possible then.
Sounds like a good time.
It's a good time. It's a good time. Also, there's a time limit. If he decides to drag it out as long as possible, we're just gonna have her shoot lasers out of her eyes and murder him, because she can do that.
Slim will rush through the door and peck his eyes out.
Oh, okay then. I guess
Yes.
I have to win.
How can you win against this veritable army of Murkrow?
Well, she never said these are all fighting me at once.
She didn't say they weren't. Dun dun dun.
As the giant goth Snorlax climbs up from
Lands on top of Varric, and now he's dead.
And now he's dead. My dudes, we're doing a little bit of a shorter stream today, just to get this stuff out of the way, because again, Emerald won't be here. We're not gonna kill him, maybe, and we'll definitely see how things go with the gym battle here. It's probably gonna be just the gym battle and some shenanigans involving it, like surrounding it. I'm not sure if the party is going to go for anything with her or do anything with her afterwards. We could just have Monday be them going up into the new route or talking with new people back at Olivine. We don't really know, but what we do know is that we can't have this battle without Emerald.
Yeah.
It's true.
That is the only
Yeah.
thing that we do not know. We have to get this done before Monday.
Oh, it wasn't. We just weren't. Neither of us remembered. Like, hey, I'm going on vacation next week.
I remembered, it was in the back of my head, it just wasn't in the forefront whenever I decided to leave things on a cliffhanger. And I'm like, right. Probably should have had the gym be closed or something.
Ah, yes. Oh well.
But yes, with that being the case, we have with us today, our boy, twitch.tv/FrozenFrost, who will probably be going live after this.
There's a possibility.
There's a possibility of him going live after this. Just saying. We have our boy, twitter.com/EricVA.
You don't know how to say it if it's not a Twitch fucking URL.
Look, I almost said twitter.tv. We have
What even is Twitter?
we have our boy, pornhub.com/EmeraldStack.
Yeah, I'm the guy that posts those really wholesome videos. I get a lot of traffic. It's a pretty good time.
And once again, we're missing in April.
Well,
the
she's
first
also
time-
not present.
It's the first time we've gone 2 weeks without an April. However, it isn't 2 weeks technically. It's still the same week. So we're preserving the natural order, you see.
Would this be 35.5?
Who opened, guys? At least you're awake this time, Wooloo. It's fine.
Yeah.
No.
Guys, you need to
We'll
leave
get
you
it
need
on
to
the
leave Wooloo
nose.
alone. Her week in the shower is almost up, and now you guys are bothering her. Gosh.
Blue, I'm gonna be real with you. I
Every
think she did it
time
herself.
a guest comes over to here, you guys always open the shower and you see them. They pay for their week to stay here, guys. They are patrons.
They
You
know what
keep
they're
them-
getting themselves into.
How
Gotta
dare.
make money somehow.
Blue,
How
are you sure they're
dare.
not doing it themselves? What if they like being watched?
Because I fucking know you.
Sounds like you don't know them.
I mean, it is live broadcasted, and we've been live broadcasted opening the shower on every guest. So anyone who goes in there and isn't aware of what they're getting themselves into, frankly, it's their own fault.
Listen.
It's like that
Exactly.
leather
You know,
couch.
but at the same time, that also really sounds like I'm normalizing sexual harassment. So maybe-
Yeah, it really
Oh my god.
Little
so-
reading rainbow thing. It's like part of the problem.
so for some reason, I am having some audio problems. I'm not sure why. I'm hoping they aren't showing up on the stream, but they probably are if that's what I'm hearing. So
Are
I'm
you hearing
sorry
crackles?
for that. Yeah, it's kind of crackles, kind of robot-y a little bit, but it's not all the time, so it should be fine. And there's nothing we can fucking do about it anyway, so we have to
Moved
just
you
keep
to
going.
US Central.
I'm,
Oh, for
why
sure.
why Central? I just moved me to East. How dare? But yes. With that being said, I think we've basically gone over everything. We'll wait a couple more minutes to see if anyone else is going to jump and join in. I don't think we are. Yeah. You already did the schedule thing, Emerald. Good job, fucking doing your job for once.
Fuck you. I do my job when I can.
You do your job when other people don't do your job.
I mean, I do my job for the fairy tale game, but then somebody just keeps deleting it. It's
I
so
love
weird.
how we've just already just like at first it was like you're doing your job, Emerald, and now it's just like no, this is actually your job now.
I mean, I hope I can see a paycheck at the end of the month, but you know.
I hope so
work
too,
on-
man. I hope I can see a
You
paycheck.
$0 for this.
This month's been hard. This month's been hard, man. I'm glad somebody brought it up. I'm just saying. Anyway, no. Anyway. With all that being said, Emerald.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened earlier this week in Pokemon? For those of the people who have not who were not around for that.
Well, what happened was we made it to.
Before that, Blue Gale Red. I did it! Gave 2 bits. Is it possible to get a TLDR and everything? Alright, here's the TLDR. They were
go
all
now?
kidnapped. They then went with their kidnappers. And now they work for their kidnappers. One of them's a skitty. Gym battle. TLDR. All right, now you do. What happened last game, Emerald?
What happened last game? Keanu decided to just yeet himself off the boat and hurt himself in the process.
That is true.
We all freaked out. We didn't know what to do. I,
Keanu-
being the smart boy, went to the captain of the boat, our boss, who kidnapped us before, and is now our boss.
Just throw me a life preserver or anything.
No, it's
Just
too
saying.
far, man. We need to get the attention of the other boat nearby, who happens to be run by this dude named Nelson over here. He was pretty nice. I tried lying to him twice, and it obviously failed both times. But, you know, it's not like I wanted to. It's just nobody needs to know our weird business. So his Polytoad, Mr. Waggles, he saved Keanu,
He did.
and we met him. He seemed pretty chill. And then he wants to go to dinner with Keanu, so you know he's another one for the harem. And that's pretty swell.
Keanu, how do you feel about having a harem?
I don't even really still understand the concept. But everyone's real nice.
They keep talking about like what days they need to share me and things. I'm not really sure what that means.
I don't get it, but
But as long as they're sharing, like it's
we go on a picnic. They're all getting along real nice, which is good. And I just let them take turns petting Marilyn while we have like a picnic.
Anyway, continue, Emerald.
And then after all that happened, we finally arrived to fucking Johto. And it was a good time, and it was gonna be a good time. But then our Princess Sherry, she ran from the boat,
She did.
and our boss, who kidnapped her, asked us to see what was wrong and make sure that she's all right, and that she didn't, and that nothing bad happens to her. And we had this whole emotional thing happen with her, where she really is afraid of people kidnapping her, but she's putting on a brave
Jeez.
face, and she's super cute. She just wants to be with us.
These slight robot-y things are interesting. Continue.
Oh, that's good. But yeah. And she really wants to be with us in Johto, so we're like, well, this obviously has to happen now. We can't trust anyone on that fucking boat
Obviously.
for our boss.
I don't know why you guys can trust even him. He kidnapped you.
Who kidnapped us? But yeah, we convinced him to let us have Sherry come with us through Johto. So it's gonna be a good time with that. And then, oh, sorry, my button got fucked. Let's see here. What else happened?
That's TOS.
Then I found out some interesting information that nobody else needs to know about.
Oh yeah, you found out some interesting information.
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah,
That's interesting information right there.
it is. So then we go to the back to the beach. We see all these Murkrow around, and we're like, huh, what's up with all these fucking Murkrow? And so Skitty over here, she decides to talk to the Murkrow. And boy, did they have a long conversation that was very one-sided, because all the people could only hear Skitty. It's amazing.
Silly talking Skitty.
Skitty. Silly
Nobody
talking
needs to know that
Skitty
she
that has a
talks.
name.
No, don't we hear
Nah.
one side of the thing? We just hear caw, caw, caw. Really, that's crazy. Can you elaborate?
I love it.
And then we decided that we were going to go Mantine racing, but then we didn't do that. Instead, we decided to go to the gym.
Skitty, how do you feel about no one ever knowing your name and the fact that you can talk?
Look, we love Ethelyn, alright?
Shh, 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 shh. I didn't ask you. I asked Skitty.
Makes me sad.
Oh, it does. Is that why you look
I
so
like-
distressed in your picture?
It's true. That's why I look so distressed in my picture.
Finish this up. Finish this up, Eric. What else happened?
We see all these Murkrow, and they're affecting the lighthouse, so we're like, yeah, no, let's go talk to the gym leader to get that to stop. And I'm gonna challenge the gym leader. And then that was a horrible mistake, because now we're here.
Because now it's happening.
Now I have to do what I said I was gonna.
As an extra episode, because we forgot I was going on vacation. I wouldn't be here Monday. How's that?
I mean, rather long, but it's fine. It was definitely fine. It was definitely fine. Rather long, but it was fine. Earlier, somebody asked how many inspiration Varric had. He has 3. These 3
I
right
have
here.
3.
He has
Might be-
he has yet to turn these white for some reason. But you know, I'll do it for him since he's too lazy to. There we go.
Let's see here. Beedrill has 4.
No one asked about that. So, with that being said, Varric, you just talked with the old crane here. The old crane had told you that one of 2 things, I guess one of 3 things, will happen from this gym battle. Either you are going to win, at which point you have to get out of the gym alive, and if you get out of the gym alive, you'll get a gym badge. Or you're going to lose, and if you make it out alive, you will then become her new gym trainer and stay with her forever.
No, it's never happening.
It's legally binding.
So Varric, I have a question. What's gonna happen if you have to stay here, man? What's gonna go on?
Well, I'm gonna leave.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, she also said that if I still left after all that, I'd be cursed.
Yes.
And you know, I'm fine with that.
You'll
My
be.
life has already been cursed.
You're fine with being cursed? You fine leaving and being cursed?
Yeah, my life has already been cursed. It's been cursed since the very beginning with my goddamn rolls being so goddamn awful all the time. So what's one more curse? It won't even affect anything to me at this point. It'll just add on to the status quo.
Bluegill Red, there's a thing on my Discord that shows how much you need to give for inspiration. It's a little bit more than 4 bits. It's a tiny bit more than 4 bits.
Just
So
like,
I'm sorry.
It's like 200 bits per one. Just so you know.
The donation tab is taking a long time to load. Really? That's weird. Well,
Oh, no.
either way, with all that being said, Varric, you have made it here inside of the gym. As soon as you challenged her to this battle, all these Murkrow seem to surround you. The Rattata seem to come out from the small gaps in the doors. The Meow seem to make their way from underneath the bed that she was laying on. As this happens, she seems to smile to you. You accept her conditions. Well, if you truly wish to fight for your life inside of here, I suppose I'll see you later. That is, if you can make it to me. As she giggles to herself, the Murkrow begin to speed around her, flapping and flapping as much as they can, sending black feathers all over the area, making the only lights in this room, which were those purple lights from before, seemingly again have that strobe-like effect. And Varric, rolling for perception.
All right, let's see here. Just gonna go ahead and just grab a respect inspiration.
Oh.
Are you going to use one now?
Yeah, I am. I mean, it's perception, man.
We'll get to this in a second.
Let's see here. That's an 11. And next step is. All right, so how's a 17?
Well, before that, Eggy, in order to not only heal himself, but also for other reasons, gave $30. Here's some respect. Now go earn your glory.
Haha!
He didn't say to who, so I'm gonna give it to the old crane. I'm kidding.
Don't you dare!
Give it to Shady, the real hero.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, inspiration, for those of you who do not know, is $2 or 200 bits. That is how things go around here. However, that's a decent amount you have right there, my dude. Look at all that. Look at all that good
inspiration.
That good boy inspiration. With a 17, You see that as all of these creatures begin to swirl around her and definitely make her off to be very mysterious and whatever, you notice that the birds just fly off in front of you and like they seem to be like trying to like block your vision as she leaves and goes out the door.
So I'm just gonna put a mental note where that door is.
There's only one door in this room.
Ah. My bad. I just assumed that, there were gonna be other doors.
Donation didn't make a noise. It made a noise for me.
Oh no. Thank you for all this respect, though.
Yeah, it made a noise for me. I heard the noise. That's why I got to it after we were done talking. But anyway. All these Murkrow at that point seem to disperse from you, cawing at you very, very, very immensely, and then they seem to fly off toward the ceiling, where they seem to fly off into the vents at the top of the area. The Meowth seem to make their ways back underneath the bed, and the Rattata seem to crawl their way out through the small holes underneath the door. As you guys are all left in a room completely alone. There's a bed here. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. He turns to them. How funny would it be if I just left right now?
I mean, do you wanna?
No.
I don't think it would solve much.
Alright.
Varric's just like, just trying to make a joke, and now
Trying
everybody,
to make
all
a
right.
joke. Okay, then whatever. And then I go forward to the door.
You make your way
Only
over
other
toward
door.
the door at the end of this room. As you do that, what are you guys gonna do? Keanu and Evelyn, do you guys want to make your way with him? Do you guys want to walk with him through this area? Do you want to leave? What do you guys want to do?
I mean, we came here to talk to her, and now there's a gym battle happening.
Yes.
So maybe we should tag along and wait for the opportunity to.
I don't know, I
strike.
feel like I should go and find a boat to Alola and just go.
Now that I'm
But you make a sound
thinking about it,
argument.
there's really nothing stopping us from going home anymore.
We can kind of leave whenever we want.
I mean, especially me. I have a decent amount of money, and I can just go. I have these shiny rocks that I can sell, and it would be great.
Show them Marilyn, like, yo.
I mean, it really
sick.
sucks that you're stuck being a skitty, though.
Anyways, we should probably go with just for like,
Yeah.
You guys decide to walk after Varric as Varric makes his way to the only door in this entire place. And Varric, you open up the door. And by open up the door, I mean you go over to the door and it seems to slide open for you. Similar to the door out in the front. This is a very heavy steel door. And as it opens up for you, it seems to open up into a room that is completely in darkness. There is absolutely no source of light whatsoever that you can see, other than, from what seems like decently far off, noting that this room is potentially very big at that point, a small speck of light seems to be off toward potentially the ceiling? You don't know.
Which of my Pokemon would be perfect for this? Durant's a tunneling Pokemon. Perhaps he could see in the dark.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Or the fire, or the one with fire.
I could also do that. I could have Vegeta use Ember to light my way.
You definitely could.
I hear you laughing.
Don't worry about it.
I think I'm gonna I'm gonna see if Durant can help me here.
Okay. You're going to send out your Durant. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You send out your Durant. As you do, Durant seems to land onto the ground. It seems to look off in all the directions. As this happens, you guys hear over the intercom, Pokemon number 1 has been registered.
That's perfectly fine. All right, Durant. Do you think you can help me out here? Are you able to see in the dark or anything?
Durant attempts to look around. At least you hope he does. You can't actually see him. And as Durant begins to look around, he doesn't seem to leave your side.
All right, then. I guess I'll just have to go forward towards the only light in the room with Durant.
You want to walk toward the only light in the room?
Yep.
All right. What you got over here that I can put for that? Roll me for your... Don't have a lot of any of this.
Is it bravery?
Roll me for your diligence.
My diligence. All right. Just gonna... Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
No, go on.
You know my luck. Watch. 9. So that makes it a 12. And then... So 12.
See, I know your luck, and I also know that putting the inspiration doesn't seem to change it, so I'm kidding. As you seem to go forward toward the only light in the room, and as you do, you run smack first into a wall.
Ah. Why is there a wall? What is it, like a glass wall? Like, why can't I see a light through it?
Seems to be a wall. You touch it, seems to be cold to the touch.
Alright. I guess if it was a wall, I'm just gonna have to put my hand to it and then follow it along as far as I can.
Do you want to follow it to the left or to the right?
To the left.
Varric's going left. Varric, as you hit the wall, the others, you guys hear Varric hit a wall. You guys see that just in front of you guys, you are able to somewhat make out Varric and Durant, but it is very dark in this room. Do you guys want to attempt to follow him, or do you guys want to stay where you are?
Guess follow him.
Yeah, I'm gonna stroll.
Come along.
Keanu, you make your way forward, as well as Evelyn makes her way forward. Evelyn, once you make your way forward, Pokemon number 2 has been registered.
Are you gonna be in a gym battle?
He bends down to Evelyn. Go put away your Pokemon right now. Or have someone else do it before everything gets messed up even more.
Everybody, y'all just stay back there.
I said put them away.
How can she do that without her bag that you have?
Do I still have her bag?
Yeah.
She isn't holding it.
Not had my bag this whole time.
He hands the bag off to Keanu. Please
Just
put away the
starts
Pokemon.
running forward. Mom, look what I found.
Keanu, listen to me carefully. Please go put away the rest of Evelyn's Pokemon.
Okay.
Keanu, do you walk forward to get the bag?
No, I'm going to... No, I'm giving it to him. I'm going over. In fact, I throw it to him. I don't know. Just no more of that, please.
Careful with my stuff.
Do you think this would figure out if Reno was a Pokemon or not?
I mean, we know, kinda. She is, right?
Like totally, but would it know?
Shh. Put away the Pokemon.
Good question.
please.
So are you gonna like fight with Evelyn?
going
This
to
is
have
your
to.
battle. I didn't mean to do that.
I know,
Can we-
but you know, you're a Pokemon. They don't really. People aren't normally supposed to have. Whatever, just take the bag, put away the rest of her Pokemon, please, and put yours away just in
You
case.
realize you can do that, Varric.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. I was afraid that. Oh, hey, I have a Pokeball in my hand. Oh, more registered Pokemon.
Do you want to return all the Pokemon?
Yes, I would love to return all of her Pokemon.
Evelyn, all your Pokemon are returned.
Oh,
Including you. I'm kidding.
Not Evelyn. Nah.
Keanu, what do you want to do now?
Man, but they're cute.
I know, right?
This shit sucks. Okay, fine.
You want to return your 2
Yeah.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Sherry looks over at John Cena. As Sherry looks at John Cena, she seems to pout because she doesn't have John Cena's ball, and she just kind of goes back into the other room.
Aw.
Thank you, Sherry.
I'll go see if maybe we can find a place to sit.
All right. Thank you, Keanu.
Keanu, do you want to make your way back?
I'll go help Cherry find like a stand or something to.
You see that Reyna also has stayed back because, well, you know, the whole being a Pokemon thing. At which point, Chemo just kind of like looks at her, looks in front of her, just like, I guess they'll handle it. Sits back.
Yeah, they probably got it.
So
Can we
Evelyn,
cancel-
what's going on?
Can we cancel that?
No, it's fine. Let's keep going.
You're not the one about to get seismic tossed.
This is your challenge, and also they're gonna beat me up probably.
Let's get going, Apple.
God, Snorlax.
To the left.
You want to continue going left?
Yes.
Evelyn, it's up to you if you want to go with them or not.
Well, I don't want to. I guess you'll go.
Evelyn, you
very
start
nervously.
you start making your way off to the left with Varric. As this happens, the small light that was far off into the room seems to get a little brighter for a second as you see that a long line of light seems to go across you guys for just a moment. As this long line of light seems to go across you guys, you now understand what the middle area actually is. It seems to be representing a lighthouse. As this line of light goes over you guys, Varric and Evelyn, since you're here, both of you guys roll me for your perception to see if you can see in front of you slightly.
This is not how I saw today go.
I knew
Not
something
at
like this is
all.
going to happen. That's why I'm like, I need to know if you guys are here or not.
God damn it. God damn it. Messing everything up without even knowing. And yes, I am using inspiration because
Evelyn, what's
just
your
can't.
perception?
I got a 17 total.
Okay.
I got a 12 for my
Well, hey,
first one.
Skitty Evelyn is not a bad Pokemon to have.
She is not. Oh, so
You d-
17 plus 6.
You don't have to. You don't have to fight with him, Evelyn. If you don't want to, you can just leave.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I don't want him to lose
So-
because he's down a Pokemon because she messed up.
So anyway, that's 23.
okay. As you guys look ahead, you guys notice that there seems to be some very interesting things going on ahead of you guys. Just a little bit in front of you, you guys see that off toward the left most area from where you guys are, you see there's a bunch of Pokemon seemingly stationed off in one of the corners. You can see what appears to be a small horde. What appears to be a small horde of Rattata. Off to the very left of where you guys are. They seem to be waiting to pounce. However, there is also a further inward section over here. It seems to be a way off to the right. From what you guys can tell, there appears to be a small little arrow on the glass walls. And yes, now that you've seen through the light, these are in fact glass walls.
Okay. So going that way, no matter what, I'll probably get attacked by this horde.
Yes.
I'll quickly go to the right and check to see if that way's a little safer. And hopefully wait for the beam to come back through.
You guys make your way forward, looking off toward the right. As you do, the beam of light goes away from you guys. You cannot see down the right way. And whenever you look back toward the path that has the Rattatas, you can now no longer see them. But you hear slight scurrying from that direction. Let's just get them off. Let's just get them off of here because you can't see them anymore.
Scurrying like they're getting closer.
Who knows?
Well,
Maybe my kitty ears do.
maybe I know. maybe me. Maybe I know what's going. Roll me for understanding. You have a pretty good understanding, right? You have 5. They appear to be moving, from what you can tell. You're not sure if they're getting closer to you guys or if they're wanting to go in another direction. But they do feel like they are moving, and there's only one way for them really to move, which is towards you guys. They can either move toward you, or they can go back down the way you came, but you're not sure which way they're going to be going. So sitting here and waiting is either going to be perfectly fine or not fine at all.
maybe we shouldn't sit around and wait. We should pick.
Yeah, let's keep going.
As Evelyn and Durant go forward, Varric going forward with them, his 2-star Pokemon.
Durant's great for this, all right.
You all make your way going forward. As you do, Varric, roll me for your perception real quick.
Well, here I go, rolling perception again. This time I'm not using an inspiration.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of these rolls.
Wait, am I rolling it or is it?
It's rolling.
Flipping.
It's
flipping.
Yeah, I
There we
was
go.
hitting the right key, but it somehow switched to E. All
Sometimes
right,
it'll reset.
so
like that.
11 plus 6, so 17.
For a slight moment, you feel like the light from off to the side seems to almost reflect off of something further into the room. As it does, you look in front of you as you notice that the 3 of you are about to plow into another wall.
Wall, stop.
Ow.
I love how he's like, stop, and Evelyn's just like, what? Ow. Evelyn, you hit a wall.
Oof.
Evelyn, you notice something upon hitting this wall.
Oh.
At the very bottom of the wall, there seems to be areas that are not wall. As you feel around the area, you seem to have hit a bit of a corner, but feeling around, you see that there are holes in the bottom of the glass walls, potentially so that the Pokemon can move around. They seem to be far too small for Varric to use, though.
Well, I mean, it's cool to know that, but I don't know what that does for us.
It doesn't do anything for you. I'm just saying that,
Yeah.
the Pokemon can move around pretty freely here.
Okay. I could get through, but what difference does that make if you can't get?
Later, Varric.
I'll go win this gym battle myself.
Oh, this is gonna be weird. All right, well.
Upon seeing that, you guys stand there for a second, and as you are standing there, the beam of light seems to travel itself around and seem to focus on you guys for a moment. You guys see that there is a path off to the left and a path off to the right. I would like for you both to roll me perception once more. There's a lot of perception rolls in this.
You know, I'm just really glad that I have perception as one of my main stats. And, you know, throwing in inspiration.
I only got 2
I
inspiration.
can't grab it from where I was. Ah. But I did say it, so 10.
Oh, that's a shitty thing too, because you can't use your inspiration for me.
Yeah. 18.
Varric,
So, you know.
as you begin to look around, you start trying to see if you can see anything down either of the paths. As you do, you look off to the right, and as you do, you notice that there is a small horde of Meowth off to the right from where you are. They each seem to be wielding sticks.
Why do they have sticks?
They seem to be like looking forward, the light kind of glinting off of their little coins, and they seem to be hitting sticks into their hands like they're beatniks.
Well,
Like you
okay,
came to the
I'm
wrong
gonna
neighborhood.
Well, let's go the other way then. Let's not go towards the
Okay.
next horde either. Let's not go towards me out.
I can't wait till you like miss one of these perception rolls.
I have a lot of respect. I won't.
Well, I guess the plus side is that there are 2 people making these checks.
Keanu could have stayed with you guys as well and walked with you, but he didn't. He's like, nah, Marilyn. Marilyn and Sherry and Raina and Chemo and John Cena. No, thank you.
A mountain of cute.
Well, let's go this way then.
You start heading off toward the left. As you do, you guys note that there is scurrying happening off behind you guys. Upon the scurrying happening, since you've heard it before, go ahead and roll me another understanding there, Evelyn.
That's really good.
That's pretty good. Evelyn, not only do you hear scurrying this time from behind you, you hear the sound of something creaking, as if something is moving after the scurrying. The creatures behind you seem to scurry off somewhere, and then after they scurried off somewhere, you hear something creaking, as if something is moving.
I relay that to Varric.
Hmm?
There's something bigger, I think, moving around.
Moving? He's gonna try and look around and see what she even means.
I hear it. I don't see it.
You
I don't
heard
know
something.
where it
You
is.
heard something creaking, and as you did, Varric, go ahead and you start like flailing around trying to see if you can notice anything. You start moving your hands about. As you do, Varric, roll me for your diligence again.
I am not failing this time. That's a 12, so that's 15. And then this time it's
Almost
so
a nat
close.
so 15 diligence.
15. Do I give it to you? Evelyn, roll me luck.
Oh no!
You can do it. I believe in you.
I have a +1 to luck.
Hey, that's pretty
a
good.
13.
I'll give it to you guys. As you guys looked started like looking off toward where you want to try to figure things out, you guys step back very slightly and you check on things. Varric, as you try like kind of flail around trying to feel things, you don't feel any walls or anything. You don't feel like anything to really like take a note of. Evelyn, you also start kind of looking around, and you go to the area you were before, where you hit the wall, and you don't feel a wall.
Oh, you sneaky
What?
fucking.
Oh.
Oh, you sneaky.
Okay, so I was wrong, but also kind of not wrong. There's a door. There's no door here.
You mean there's no wall there?
No wall here.
Oh, you sneaky. Not only is this an invisible maze, but it's constantly shifting. Damn it!
I mean, if you get out of here alive.
If we don't starve to death.
Well, if
Yes.
the things have shifted, I guess we have to wait for another light beam to see where we can go.
You could
know we
definitely, you could definitely wait for another light beam. 100%, definitely, 100%.
Is the light moving just in a regular pattern around the room?
Seems to be going off in a circle like a lighthouse.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to wait for it?
Yeah, I don't want to just
Sure.
mess up and be like, oh, it opened up, but it actually is just another dead end.
All right.
Here's
You
the
went-
thing. Actually, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Derek still has my bag, right?
Yes.
That's okay. That's all I wanted to know. For future reference.
Varric, throw out shooter.
No.
We'll use shooter in this gym battle, Varric.
I was wondering for the
No
sake
one
of-
can hurt shooter.
I was wondering for the sake of assist if it would still count.
Mm-hmm. As you guys wait for the light to travel over towards you once again, as you do, go ahead and both of you make me perception.
This time I won't use inspiration.
It's 14.
Yeah, I just have that chance of failure. 7 plus 6, so 13.
As you guys look around, you notice that yes, the in front of you where the wall used to be, there is no longer a wall. So there is now a path to go this way. However, there is no longer a path to go back.
That's fine. I just wanted to be sure, like, nothing, like, behind me opened
So
up,
now
or-
the only ways to go are the way you were originally going to go, up in this way, or toward where that horde was. Which, by the way, there's no longer a horde over there.
Yeah, I assumed. I'm thinking forward in that way.
You want to go down the path that just opened?
Yes.
Okay. You guys start going to the north of where you guys were, to the upward direction. As you guys begin to make your way in that direction, you guys hear ding ding ding. Correct. 2 to go. Upon that being said, the room begins to get slightly lighter. As you look around the room, you can now see somewhat of the layout of the place. You're in a very large circular. You're in a very large circular room. A bunch of different like shines from the glass seem to show themselves, as well as Keanu.
Me.
While you guys were waiting back here, eventually, this person made their way back to you.
Oh, hey.
Hello there. I assume you're here to watch then.
Yeah.
Would you like to follow me to your seats?
Do you want
However, I will tell you that if you get lost in here, well, there may not be the Vulpix. Like as she's like trying to talk about her about the menacing nature of her plan, you put a Vulpix in her arms. And she goes, "Oh."
This is pleasant.
As she looks to Marilyn, Marilyn looks back up to her, and she begins to pet Marilyn. At which point, she seems to there seems to be a bit of a light around her. You notice that behind her, a Murkrow seems to be flying with like a little tiny flashlight.
Cheater.
And she's like, "Oh well, all right then. If you would all like to follow me."
Okay.
Whoop. She begins to make you guys walk along the right path. As you guys make your way down the right path, I'd like to know, Keanu, is there anything you want to bring up with the gym leader or talk to the gym leader about? Especially since you guys kind of haven't talked to her much about what you actually came here for.
So, do you think if Raina went through that room, it would figure out she's a Pokemon?
What do you mean?
Never mind.
Is this Reina? She like holds up the Vulpix.
No, that's Marilyn.
Oh. Well, I mean, if you bring any Pokemon with you, they're obviously the ones that are going to be helping you in the gym. I can't let you just use all of your Pokemon.
Mhm.
We have gym fights with 3 Pokemon each.
Cool.
As she continues to walk, is there anything else you would like to bring up with her?
Did you know you have a Murkrow named Slim and one named Shady?
So nothing important.
No.
Anyway, Alex,
Answer the
go
question, great.
Ahead. Just go ahead.
The old crane looks to you and she goes, "Why, yes, I do know that. I know most of the Murkrow that are here. However, some of them do just kind of show up. Not all of them are my gym Pokemon."
Oh, okay.
This is a nice time for my gym, actually. We get a lot of migrating birds, you see, that seem to want to stick around. They seem to think that, there's a bunch of members of their flock already here, might as well stay.
Cool. They probably like it because it's so dark, too.
We like to keep things rather dark here. It preserves, integrity.
It preserves the electric. I mean,
Definitely not the electric bill. I don't keep things turned off because of that or anything. It preserves the integrity of a dark type gym, you see.
I'd like to make a Maryland type gym where you don't battle, you just get to hang out with Maryland.
I'm not sure that's a gym, actually. A
You could work out if you want.
Pokemon gym is there so that it can challenge the different types of aspects of fighting and traveling with your Pokemon. This gym here I've made to be able to have the challengers fight against the unknown. Not the Pokemon, the actual unknown.
What?
There's a Pokemon called Unknown. There's these ruins that are off to the south, or off to the east, and, well, I wouldn't really worry too much about them. No one's really... Anyway,
Yeah.
where would you like to sit? Would you like to sit around where a battle would take place? However, again, if your friend does not make it all the way through, then all of your souls will of course be cursed and forced to stay here forever, and there's an emergency exit. We had to make sure that there's one there, just in case emergencies, but it has to keep things up to
That
code.
red light over there is? It says exit?
We have to keep things up to code, but follow me. Do. You
So,
guys
like,
make your
long
way
shot,
away.
but what's your favorite color?
Black like my soul!
Okay.
Jesus.
So, American Evelyn.
So,
As you guys are looking around, you guys notice that there are stands up where people are sitting, and you do notice that up in said stands there do appear to be several of your friends already up there.
awesome. Cool. Good for them.
Up here.
Now that there's more light in this room,
You see that there appears to be a Murkrow, like, kind of floating around them as well, with a tiny flashlight.
and no Maryland.
Here you go.
She starts to sneak off with her.
Definitely
is-
would have followed her.
This
forever.
is my Maryland now.
You prepare to meet the Queen of Dark.
She just like gives Vulpix like a little black veil and like puts like some eyeliner on her.
so this circular room that I'm in,
Mhm.
besides it being circular, is there any like distinct markings that I could be looking out for as I keep going through this maze?
There appears to be a large tower in the center of the room. This large tower seems to be what the light seems to be perched upon. The one that seems to be going off in a circle. Other than that, not really a lot of things are coming to your eye as far as different types of things are. Perhaps once you get a little bit further into the gym, maybe once you get that number 2 ding, maybe you'll see a little bit more.
All right. From here, which ways can I go?
You can see that there are 3 different directions from where you are. You can go back the way you had came, which is, really dumb.
No, that's like the smartest idea. Obviously,
You can
You gotta
continue-
map out the whole maze.
You can continue forward slightly, or you can make your way off to the right. I will say, upon saying those 3 directions that you guys can obviously see now, I would like you guys to roll me for your perceptions, please. What is this over here? Why is there rage over here?
Rage.
Oh, no reason. Don't worry about it.
What?
Look at your square.
Oh, no reason. It's probably not because you've used up one of my slots or anything. My 3
What?
slots.
No,
Rage
it's just in the
2.
game. Yeah.
So upon rolling for your perceptions, go ahead.
Alright, here I go. First roll. That's a 9. And next up is 17. God, I'm doing good today.
Did you roll for your perception, Evelyn?
Yeah, I got a 14.
Okay.
23 altogether.
You guys note that whenever you guys are traveling through to the northernmost area, you guys see those Meowth again.
Are they
Yeah.
looking at us at the moment?
They seem to be looking off towards you, each of them now having tiny bats instead of sticks.
Oh.
Why do they
Are
now
they
have
metal
bats?
seem to be tiny little cudgels in their hands as they're
Are they
beating them
spiked?
against their hands.
Well, let's go. Let's just highlight you guys and go for it. Let's just go away from that. Let's just avoid all the fighting in this gym.
Avoid
because-
all conflict.
I cannot wait until you fail one of these rolls. Especially with how things escalate here. It's just so great. Anyway,
I've got enough respect to get me through this. I know I do.
you make your way off toward the right, leaving the cudgel Meowths behind. Off in front of you, you see that there are several things of glass. However, you notice that you seem to be in a dead end. There appears to be glass to the north, glass to the east, and glass to the south. Upon looking closer at them, would both of you roll me for your diligence?
Oh gosh, this isn't gonna be good.
Do I use another one for diligence?
I'm not using inspiration because I only have 2.
Good job, man.
No, I'm gonna.
Pretty
hope
good.
to
That's a
hope.
pretty good diligence.
Here I go, rolling my diligence.
It's pretty
14.
okay. What's your diligence altogether, Evelyn?
15.
Oh, right, you have a negative too.
15
Yeah,
and
man.
14. So,
You guys notice that each of these panes of glass around you seems to have a slightly different hue with them, a slightly different color.
Hmm.
You note that the one to the north seems to be slightly darker, whether that be a darker color or maybe just black. Who's to say? Off to the east, it appears to have a slightly reddish color about it. And down to the south, it seems to have a very slight lighter color, perhaps a white or a brighter color of that sort.
touching the lighter colored wall.
Oh, also,
This-
Varric, now that you are able to see, you can now see that there are slight holes at the bottom of each of the glass panes, big enough for a Pokemon to get through, but not you.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. This white one, the white thing. When I touch it, does it move at all, or?
It does not.
All right, so it's pretty solid.
Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Arad donates $2. He also donated $2 7 minutes ago. I'll get to that first. So here's a question now. How does liability work in the Breakthrough universe? If the gym is actively putting challenges in harm's way, wouldn't she be sued for negligence? Did I miss the signing of liability waivers? And then it says Evelyn. Okay, so that's one to Evelyn. And then the next one was, don't rage, Emerald. With Evelyn's help, you might actually have a slim chance of finally winning a gym badge.
Of cheating your way to a gym badge.
It's not like I wanted to.
I didn't want to either.
We're
So
in
I'm
this
guessing
together and
both
we're
of
taking
those
this
are
together.
Evelyn, or just one of those are Evelyn. I'll give both of them to Evelyn for now. But we
I
shall
think
we
it's
shall
fair
see.
that Evelyn gets both of them.
Sure.
Do-do-do.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arad. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. But no,
I'm
the
looking-
white pane does not seem to move at all.
When I look through the white pane, like, is there anything noticeable? Like, are there any arrows on the walls, like you said before? Over
Roll me
back
perception.
here? All right, let's do this. Yep, I'm putting in one inspiration because I'm just like that, and that's a 5 for the first one, and it was almost 20, and I'm pissed. 17. God, I'm rolling a lot of 17s today.
You
Good.
look inside. As you do, you notice what appears to be a small horde of Murkrow inside. As you see the small horde of Murkrow inside, you see that they seem to be all surrounding a knife. Every now and then, one of them picks it up and, like, in their beak and, like, fucking holds it.
No. Why, birds? Why?
That's pretty dangerous. They shouldn't be doing that.
Shit.
You want to look off in the other two?
Yes, I want to look through the red
The
one.
red one, okay. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead and just not have to worry about that one. Let's just go throw that out right there. All right, and then I'm just gonna perceptionate without an inspiration, because I'm wild
I
like
will
that. and
not
That's pretty
interfere.
good. That's pretty fucking good.
That's 16 plus 6. That's 22.
You see on the other side of this what appears to be a horde of Rattata. They seem to be surrounding a gun.
Jesus Christ! I mean, it's not like they can use it. The fact that there is one is unsettling.
If there's time before the walls start shifting, can I look through the darker one, or is that just not possible?
You can definitely try to look through the dark one. However, the darker one is a little bit harder to see through because it is a slightly darker shade. But go ahead and do a perception roll. You can as well,
Yeah.
Evelyn.
Oh, okay.
All right, here I go. Let's
Not a
do this with an inspiration because it's a dark colored. First roll is a 2. That's a good sign of things to come. Watch, I'm gonna 14.
Oh, fuck.
It's plus 6. So 20.
Evelyn, as well as both of you did really well with this one. You guys look through the northernmost panel. As you do, you notice there appears to be a button on the other side of the northernmost panel.
It makes sense that it would be.
Ends down to Evelyn. Evelyn, go. If there's a hole in this wall, go and push the button.
Okay. I'll go and do it.
Scuttle, 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 scuttle. Evelyn, as you go forward, dun dun dun! There appears to be a Meowth inside.
Oh, hi.
A rod with another $2. Actually, Blue, a horde of crows is a murder. Inspiration to Keanu. It's true.
A murder of Murkrows.
A murder of
Maybe that's why they're called that.
And a group of ravens is called a funeral.
Is it?
Neat.
Good to know for future
Oh, wait,
Pokemon.
no, that's it might be a landing of crows is called a funeral, and they're a murder of crows. A group
You
of ravens
see-
called unkindness or congress.
You see this Meowth. It does not have a weapon. It seems to have its hands together, however, and seems to look like it's cracking its knuckles. As it looks to you. Yeah, it's time for us to have a bit of a showdown, don't you think?
I'm just here to push this button.
Yeah, you're here to push the button, and I'm here to guard the button.
I pushed the button.
Roll me for your dex. Actually, no, you're a Pokemon. Roll me for your
Aw.
speed. Roll me for your
You
speed.
got this, girl.
Roll it
You-
for.
do you-
Okay.
Do you want to use an
I don't need it. That's a 29.
You were just like looking at him for a second, and he's like, and you just go, hop, touch, hop. What you doing that for? As that happens, a slight moving sound is heard as Varric, in front of you, the glass seems to move and move out of the way of you.
Nice.
As you look forward, you see that Evelyn is in front of a Meowth.
Well, I guess it's time to battle.
I guess.
Yeah, what you talking about? Yeah. I was here to guard the button. I'm not here to. Nah, get out of here.
All right, if he's gonna
Oh.
go, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna
Okay.
chase him. So
If you're not here to battle, well, I mean, nice.
He was
meeting
going to until you touched the button.
you.
He's here to guard the button. He's like, you've already pressed it. I ain't gonna fight you now.
well,
Fast as heck.
let's go forward then.
Okie
You haven't seen the last of me.
dokie. I'm blasting off again.
As Varric, you are able to move into this new area. You hear ding, ding, ding. As you seem to have completed yet another one of the sections of this place. As you have, however, the room begins to get a little bit lighter once more. It's still very dark, but as you look back, you note the other two walls seem to open. As you see what appears to be the Murkrow with the knife step forward, the Rattata with the gun step forward, and the Meows with the cudgels step forward as another Meowth joins them.
Can this one just have a stick though? Like, he's panicking.
As they
Sorry,
seem
I
to
failed you, boys.
as they seem to go forward. This one does not have a stick. However, he begins to start snapping his fingers at you.
Well, is there a way this way?
Yes.
Is there a way? And there's a way that way?
There is not a way that way.
There's not a way that way. All right, well.
As you're
long
getting
as there's a
aggressively
wall-
snapped at by the Meows, the Murkrows are very lightly jumping forward. One of them with a knife in its mouth. As you see the Rattata slightly jumping forward. One of them with a gun.
Is the button like indented in the thing now?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
was
as
gonna
long as
push it
there's a
again and
wall
try to close the
separating
door.
these two. So, there's a wall right here, right, that separates these two paths.
What are you talking about?
The one where these guys are, and this way.
What are you
Are
talking
they?
about?
Is there?
I mean, there's holes in the floors of all of them, so they can just go through
Right.
those.
Right. Well, let's hurry forward so we don't get caught by all of them.
Okay.
You begin to go forward as you hear, "They're making a run for it, get him!" Whereas you hear, "Meow."
Just a singular meow.
As you hear scurrying behind you, as several of the Pokemon begin to rush forward, these Pokemon very much now in the we want to catch up to you and defeat you mode. They are definitely at a point of no return here. They start rushing after you. You guys begin to run. As you are running, roll me for your dex there, Varric.
All right, I had already used that one. Here we go. Because these are important rolls, you see. I need to keep using inspiration or I'll
Yeah.
fail.
Ah.
6. 12. Plus my dex, so 14.
14. Evelyn, I'm pretty sure you're faster than Varric. So you will be definitely able to keep up and or be in front of him. Same thing with Durant as you guys are running. As you're running, you'd see that in front of you, once again, off to the very end of this hall, there is only one way to go. It seems to go off toward the right. You hear behind you, "Bite his legs!" or "Meowth!"
Don't let them bite your legs.
I would rather they not bite my legs too. Let's go into the next
Oh.
direction. No.
As you make your way south, running down in this direction, upon getting to the end of here, roll me for your dex again, my dude.
Here I go. Come on. Here I go. That's a
Ah.
9. Come on now. Come on now.
Oh,
12.
You get to a point where you're running off in this direction, trying to keep ahead of the crowd. As you all of a sudden you hear scraping from something seemingly dragging itself across the glass, a screeching sound of something scraping across glass. You also hear what appears to be shattering of glass from far off in the direction of where you had came from before. You also hear, take out his kneecaps, or "Meowth!"
Why is there broken glass?
They're really
now?
obsessed with your legs.
But I need them for
Make
running.
him never walk again!
Oh gosh.
Which ways can I go? Like this way, I can't go forward. Can I go that way?
You can go
or
this
that
way.
Okay, I'll go that.
You make your way running off into this direction. As you do, in front of you, as you make your way here, is a dead end. The only thing that you see in front of you is the large spire with the light on it that seems to be circling around. Upon getting there, you look back toward the group of enemies that has made their way towards you. The Murkrow jumping forward, some of them having weapons in their mouths, some of them not. The Rattata going forward, some of them looking very much menacing. One of them has a gun in his mouth.
What do you even intend to do with that?
And the 4 Meowths, all of them snapping at you.
They got their cudgel.
As they vigorously snap towards you. They each appear to be moving their shoulders back and forth, doing the snaps.
Like I see a spire over here from the other side of the wall.
You are up against said spire.
I'm up against said spire.
Is there anything on the spire, like a switch or anything?
There does not appear to be. With your back against the spire, you look forward, as all of the enemies seem to stop. Except for the Meowths, they're still snapping.
I mean, I assumed.
As this happens, another figure walks up behind them. Actually, a Pidgey spy will just fly over here. As they separate, stepping forward, you see a large figure of a person. As you see the gym leader. It appears you've made it this far. You haven't even gotten in any fights yet. You must be very perceptive. Also, couldn't help but notice that you had a little bit of help. Looks over toward the Skitty. Didn't know you had a talking Pokemon.
Well, I wasn't expecting her to be registered as mine for this battle, but what can you do?
No, seriously, what can you do?
Like seriously, what can you do?
You didn't have to fight any of them. She looks over at them. The Rattata with the gun seems to start like looking back toward the other Rattatas at this point. It seems to fire the gun as water comes out of it. As these two
How does it
Rattatas are like,
fire?
"Ah!" and they start like jumbling and fighting.
That's impressive that he could fire that.
They have defeated each other. Actually, a Pidgey spy seems to be playing with the knife in its hand. As you notice that the knife edge is able to be very easily bent.
I still didn't want to fight any of them.
As she steps forward, it seems as if you used 2 Pokemon to get through this area. In a fight with me, you're able to use 3 Pokemon. However, since you've got through with such ease, I will only use 2 Pokemon.
All right then.
She looks over toward Evelyn. As she does, it's a rather interesting Pokemon you have. I can't wait for it to be a member of my Meow Squad.
What?
Remember what I said. If you lose, you won't be able to leave without being cursed.
Yeah, you know, about that, you'd probably like get more business if you didn't do that.
She looks at the
Oh,
Skitty
Evelyn.
who is talking to her, and she goes,
while we're talking about it.
rather adorable Pokemon you have there.
Yeah, I know. She's pretty great.
No.
Aw. Well, Varric, why don't you choose your final Pokemon then? Who will be the final Pokemon that you will use in this battle? You can only use 3.
I know I can only use 3. I'm fucking thinking. Shit. I know.
It's hard
I
to
have
think.
no
It's hard to
clue.
think over all the Meowths like snapping at you aggressively.
It is hard to think. It's like
Their pace is rapidly increasing.
it's like I have Durant, and Durant's pretty great. He's got his stuff. He's got the dodge. That's great.
I'm
I have-
sorry, my dude.
I have Beedrill. Beedrill's amazing. Beedrill is very much like my one of my best Pokemon at the moment. But
He's
I
a
do
bug type
already have
also.
bug. I already have bug type covered with Durant.
Having multiple bug types in a dark gym, probably not a terrible idea. Just gonna throw it out there.
It's not a terrible idea. But I also have Barry, who has Ice Punch in case she has a Murkrow.
That's actually
Yeah, that's why I've been thinking really hard. Like those are gonna be my 3 for this gym. But then you decided to kill 'em all.
If this gym didn't have a fucking backwards ass way of selecting Pokemon.
It would have been great if Keanu walked forward and you would have had to have Larvesta.
Oh, that would have been awful. Oh, fuck. Do these have different sides? No. All right. I'm trying to. I just want to flip a coin at this point. I just don't know. It's like
Odds or evens, just
Beedrill is gonna be evens and Barry is gonna be odds. So let's do this then. Odds, so Barry. I'll be using my
Probably for the
Weasel Barry.
All right then. She motions toward the Murkrow. As she does, more Murkrows seem to come down from up high, as well as this Rattata. Get out of here. More Murkrows seem to come down from up high and begin to swirl around the arena. As they do, the light from the lighthouse seems to light up, showing that the area you ran into is much wider than you originally thought. Along the ground, there is a large Pokeball shape, showing that this is the arena for battle.
Hey! Although I didn't activate the third thing, though. Now I feel bad.
The third
Oh,
thing
so
was
it's
just
just-
running. The third thing was just running away from the Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
More Murkrows. Get around. Follow them. Make sure they can't escape. Use your tactics of knife. Perfect.
There's only one though. They just toss it between themselves constantly.
The Meowths go off to the side of the arena as they're snapping ferociously at you. The humanity. The Rattata doing their thing because these three like attacked each other and now they're like, you know,
They're unconscious.
they're already gone. You know, there goes one of the Pokemon she was going to use. I'm kidding. With all that being said, Varric, which Pokemon are you starting out with?
I'm gonna put away Durant and Evelyn, you go forward.
Evelyn, do you want to be the first one to go in?
So that's how it is.
She already knows you can talk. So it's fine.
It's fine. Perfectly fine, Evelyn.
Okay. I guess.
Listen, I trust you. I'm sure you have very amazing abilities.
She throws out Darkrai.
Hey,
Evelyn is
Evelyn,
amazed and not at all terrified.
Evelyn will remember that.
Just start crying. She can't hurt you.
Want to bet?
I severely doubt that.
You send out Evelyn. Evelyn, you look forward toward this person as they throw out a Pokemon of their own. Let me go to their Pokemon real quick. Oh, that's not their Pokemon.
I hope that if I go out, you'd use the thing to heal me right away.
Nope.
I mean, I would no longer be participating, but I would hope that I would be conscious.
If you have a berry, you could be
There we
holding
go.
It.
I do
Perfect.
have berries in my bag.
Then maybe you should be holding one.
Starting off with that interesting Pokemon. I don't know a lot about it. So hopefully we'll see if this will suffice.
Can we give myself an Oran Berry before we start?
Let's go, Honcho!
Nope. He's majestic.
As she throws out a Honchkrow, looking very dapper and fabulous as he seems to look to you. He smiles. You see that there appears to be a golden part of his beak, symbolizing a golden tooth. He comes out. He grabs the tip of his hat with his feathers, pulls it downwards, and puffs out his chest, looking at you. He goes, "Yeah, looks like it's about time to settle the score, eh?" Otherwise known as
What?
Honchkrow!
What score? I'm not familiar with what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're sitting here trying to fight against the best of the best, going against my mistress. I don't think I can allow you to do something like that.
You know, on the one hand, I feel bad for having come with, but on the other hand, well, we get this.
Hey, what are you trying to laugh at me for? What's the matter, you?
Out of character.
You think you're sitting there you're trying to go at me? You're trying to make fun of the way I am? You're trying to sit there with your shirt?
What? I don't have a shirt.
Die! I'm kidding.
Which is weird when I say it out loud, but you know.
Why you not have a shirt for? You gotta make yourself presentable. Brings his hand up to his hat and pulls it down.
Oh, I thought that was like part of your skin.
It
Part of
is.
your feathers.
It
All right,
is.
maybe we should stop talking. Maybe we should stop talking.
Anyway, I hope you like this gift of watching a talking Pokemon talk to a Pokemon.
It's
and have
really,
no
it's
idea
really
what-
fascinating. I only get to hear one part of it.
I know,
We're just gonna continually bring that up every time.
and it's amazing.
All right. I hope you don't take any offense to what is about to happen to your face.
This is right. Okay, same to you.
Are we ready, Varric?
I'm ready when you are.
All right then. Let's go. Evelyn, roll me for your speed
Hi.
against Honchcrow's speed. Do-do-do. Honchcrow's a pretty okay speed.
That's a 27.
Don't actually think. Yeah, no, I not one. So
Hey!
he could have beat it, but he not one.
Okay. Okay.
Do-do-do-do.
Sure.
He has a 9. You have a 10.
He could have. He would have had to get really high.
Yes. As you will go first, Evelyn. Evelyn, do you want to to wait for Varric to give you a command?
Is he familiar with what I can do?
Not really.
I think I know only one move, and I think I know that you have assist.
I will. She will wait for him to do something because she wants to keep it up that she is his.
Varric, what do you want Evelyn to do?
Evelyn, use assist.
Okie doke.
Evelyn, roll me a d8.
Okay.
3. Do-do-do-do. Oh, that's pretty good.
I wonder if it comes out at some point that none of the moves I'm using are
Evelyn.
Pokemon's moves.
Evelyn,
What's up?
you feel very strange as you begin to use assist. You pull yourself your body together. You try to see if you can do something. When you feel something very odd among you, you look down towards your paw as you see your paw begins to glow with a greenish energy. Your claws seem to extend slightly.
Oh. Okay.
You want to go for an attack?
I'll go for an attack. I don't know what I'm attacking with.
You rush forward towards Honchcrow. Roll me for your attack.
Okay.
I think I know what
I'm gonna
attack
put
it
an
is.
inspiration into this. Just because I would really like to see what the fuck this is.
That is a 9 plus 5. Dude, that will hit.
See if I can.
As you go forward, you jump toward Honchcrow and you slash downwards with both of your claws as you use X-Scissor.
I'm using his Pokemon's moves?
You're using the Pokemon that your current team is.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently
I
on
thought it
you are currently on teams with Durant and who's the other one?
Barry.
Barry.
Oh, I thought it was specifically mine. Okay, cool.
Nope. I have assists basically work with who is actually fighting, like who is currently like doing things. That way it kind of like mixes things up a bit.
Okay, cool.
As you go for an X-Scissor, as you slash into Honchcrow, it's normally effective because, you know, bird.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
flying. Yeah.
However, looking over at X-Scissor, making sure that things are... I keep trying to go over and it keeps clicking off. X-Scissor, I believe that 35 plus attack. That's going to be 40 damage.
Yeah.
Shit.
X-Scissor's really good. X-Scissor is a
It's one of
fantastic
the better
move.
bug type moves.
It is probably in like one of the strongest moves you guys have currently.
That is
from
why I
Durant.
pulled out Durant first, because I knew that I'd be registering my Pokemon and I'd only have a limited amount, so I'm like, Durant for the dark. That makes the most sense.
As you strike into Honchcrow, Honchcrow seems to take a massive amount of damage as he flies up into the air like, ah! He looks down towards you. Ah, it seems you got a bit of skill out there, huh? All right then. As she looks towards you, as she goes, Honchcrow, Aerial Ace.
Oh, oof, 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 oof.
As, unfortunately, this is one of the moves that always hits.
Oh no. I only have 60 health is also.
Honchkrow seems to fly around you. As it does, it seems to find the opportune moment to strike.
Oh wait, no. I
And
can't,
zooms
because I can't-
downward.
It doesn't. That imposes disadvantage, and this is just an auto hit.
It is just an auto hit, unfortunately.
So I had the same thought, but then I was like, wait a minute.
As it zooms towards you and strikes downward, Evelyn, you'll be taking 20 damage plus his attack, which automatically brings this up to 28 damage.
Oof, oof. And I don't have myself no berries because
You are at 32 health. Evelyn, you've not really taken damage as a Pokemon before.
Ow.
As you get bounced around back here, I need you to roll me for your bravery.
I'm putting an inspiration into that.
This is gonna be amazing.
Putting an inspiration in it?
Yeah.
Good.
Good thing I fucking
For the
did.
love of God, don't.
That's a
It's a,
9.
That's a 9. Evelyn, you're able to kind of stay in it as you get hit by this Pokemon. However, you are definitely shaking a little bit from this. You're not running away from this, but it is definitely, you don't feel like you are conditioned for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as you are sitting there shaking in your little skitty boots, Varric, roll me for your perception.
Here we go. I am percepting. Let's do this.
Varric, she's loving it. It's great.
Awesome. She's loving it so much. I knew she'd be really into battling.
Not even into battling that much normally.
Evelyn, obviously you're so into this fight. Go ahead. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna, instead of waiting to listen to what Varric says this time, I think she's going to go ahead.
Which is perfectly understandable with that bravery roll.
Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and, because she's scared and she doesn't want to get hit as much, she's gonna go ahead and.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew
Also,
I could make you.
Is Aerial Ace a physical move?
It is a physical move. Yes.
He should have to roll for that.
He should, doesn't he? Do.
This is the first time that's ever really come up.
Let's go ahead and roll for that. Actually, that is completely true. Let's see if.
Oh.
See if I don't have to use it. See
There's
if you
a-
can't force
There is a
me.
30% chance, which means if it is a 6 or below.
Yes!
You're so
Awesome.
cute. I don't understand.
Yes, but also.
I feel so bad. I hit you. You're so cute. You see, with your face, and it's so adorable. I don't understand.
Cool.
All right then.
Your
I guess,
cuteness. Your everlasting cuteness, man. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I think seeing that will give her a little more confidence, and she'll wait for Varric.
Shit. I don't want to just use assist again, but
Oh well. Yeah. I guess I should probably do something to show him that I have other moves.
Evelyn, you're a smart Pokemon. You pick your move next.
Okie dokie. She's gonna go ahead with. She could just do assist again. She's gonna go for Echoed Voice though.
Ah.
Gonna go for an echo voice.
Yeah.
Roll me for special attack.
Bruh.
Oof. Does not hit.
Ugh.
As you attempt to echoed voice, you notice that the area is very dark. Even though you are able to see now, Honchkrow here, he seems to have a very much a natural stealth advantage in this area, as you seem to completely miss him. Not that there was anything there. I didn't add anything. He just has a pretty good special defense.
Mhm.
Anyway. as he seems to almost disappear from view for a moment as you echo voice the wrong location. As it's his turn,
I echoed voice her.
as it's his turn, she goes, looks like your Pokemon's shaking in her boots. Give her another aerial ace. Bam. Another-
Does he not have to roll to see if he? Is
He's gonna try.
infatuated?
He has to roll evens in order to hit.
Because if he hits again, I'm probably done.
Well,
I didn't before it missed the first
Even.
time.
if you look over here on Evelyn's sheet for the attract thing, it says roll an even number to be able to attack. I don't think I have that on yours for some reason, but it is on there. So as it flies around, he seems to look to you. Bing. He seems to attack you, sending you back once more. As this happens, you are down to 4 health. 4 health.
If I get hit again, I'm down.
You're down to 4. You're down to 4 health. 228. You have 60 health, right?
Yeah, I have 60.
You're down to 4 health. As this strikes you again, roll me for bravery.
Inspiration, I guess.
I mean, do you
I guess
want to keep fighting?
I won't use an inspiration because.
Yeah, you are fucking terrified.
Evelyn, come back.
You are. You haven't seen that.
No.
You haven't seen that Evelyn is
I know
terrified
that
yet.
She's taking massive hits now. I was planning on.
Evelyn. Evelyn, you look toward this Honchkrow. You've now been stricken twice by this. This is again the first time you've ever actually fought in a Pokemon battle. You fought against your Seedot that one time, if you want to call it a fight from what you did to him.
It wasn't a fight.
But here, you're just a tiny girl inside of a tiny Skitty's body.
Mm-hmm.
You have been attacked. You have not liked it. It seems to be infatuated with you slightly, but it didn't seem to really help it too much. As you sit there with a bit of a quiver, Varric, roll me for your perception.
At the 4, and then 14.
Varric,
so-
you can easily see that she is not having a fantastic time with this, and you also know from what you said that she has taken a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. All right, Evelyn, I'm sorting you out. Get back to my side.
Yeet.
You're like, ah, run.
Barry, I choose you. Go.
You send out Barry. As Barry comes out, she goes, switching things up, huh? I guess I could do the same. Return, Honchkrow. She then looks to the crowd. She snaps her fingers toward one of the Meowths as he continues to snap his fingers. Snap, 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 snap. Snap, 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 snap. As Meowth comes out to join the fight.
Awesome. So that's her 2 Pokemon then.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to reroll speeds then?
Yes, you do.
All right, Barry's got a nice 10 speed. Hopefully, I roll high for this.
I got another nat 1.
And I got a 19.
I got another nat 1 for fucking speed rolls. It's great.
So 29 speed. That's pretty decent.
So what
I
you want to do,
guess.
my dude?
Well, I see that that she's got a Pokemon, and that's cool. You know, I'm gonna try out Ice Punch for the first time.
You
Barry,
rush.
use Ice Punch.
You rush forward and attempt to fight the Meowth. As you do, you go for an ice punch. Roll me for your attack.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use a Berry Inspiration for this.
Okay. Do-do-do.
And that 19 plus, it's on the die.
Yes. So 19 or 20.
Right, so that's a 13 and 8.
Almost.
18.
Do-do-do. As you will hit, this is still a hit. Attack plus 25 damage.
Mm-hmm.
How much attack does Barry have?
9 attack.
That's pretty good. As you
that's
strike into this Meowth with 34 damage.
34 damage.
25 plus 9, right?
Right.
Yeah. As you strike into the Meowth with 34 damage, Meowth goes, Meowth! Otherwise known as, yeah, stop that! Evelyn, are you paying attention at all to what the Pokemon are saying, or are you just gonna not do that?
I mean, sure, she's doing it, but
No, I just
it's not
want
gonna make a
to
difference.
know so that I can stop talking as them or not.
Yeah, I'm still paying attention. I want to make you do them.
Fuck off. As Meowth gets struck with this, Meowth's gonna look to you. As Meowth is gonna go for an assist.
Oh, an assist. That's fun.
And there's only one member of its team right now,
Hmm.
so it's gonna roll a d4. And it's gonna get an aerial ace. Whoosh, whoosh, boom.
But that's with its attack, right? Not with
It's with its
Honchkro's.
attack, yes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be altogether for you 25 damage.
25 damage. All right. She has 65, so it goes down to 40.
Goes down to 40 HP you have.
Yeah.
You can do it, probably.
As
I can't-
Meow seems to jump up into the air, seems to stay in the air for a decent amount of time for some reason. Got some freaking air time on that, and then strike down onto Barry whenever Barry least expected it. Striking for 25 damage. It's your move.
Barry, use Ice Punch again.
Barry goes forward. Roll me for attack.
Time for the final Barry inspiration. I really just want to bait out the 19. At the 13. Come on. 13 plus her attack 9. So 22.
Does hit. As you strike into Meowth. Yes, okay. As you strike into Meowth.
He does that multiple times.
Yes. You guys hear Meowth.
Meow, meow, meow.
Good job, Barry.
Meowth had 65 HP.
Ah, sweet.
Meowth has been defeated as she goes, return Meowth. Returns into a Pokeball. You never had the last of me! I was wanting to see what kind of things that thing could do. Nice to know it has some sort of ability against my Honcho. But let's see. Let's see if you can actually use it. Let's go, Honcho! Hey, I'm back again. What's going on? What you doing over there? I'm no longer infatuated with that Skitty, but she's still kind of
that-
cute.
Is that still that isn't in effect anymore? Then.
She's still kind of cute though, but she's not here, so I ain't affected by her.
All right.
Luckily, I got switched out, so the effect of infatuation seems to go away whenever that happens. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that's how it worked.
What do you think she switched me out for? Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, whatever. Hello.
So reroll speeds then.
You're rerolling speeds. He has a 9. You have a 10.
Mm-hmm.
You get a.
I get a 4.
So 14.
14.
Don't nat 1 again. I got a 4 as well, so 13. You go first.
Hey, Ice Punch. Let's go.
Go
Barry,
ahead.
Ice Punch. Let's do this. I trust in you, Barry. I shouldn't
5
have
plus
trusted.
9 is 14. That just hits.
What?
That's what Evelyn hit with, a 14.
Oh. So let's see here. 25 plus 9. That's 34. And is that doubled because it's a flying type?
Yes, it is.
Ah, so that would be around
That'd be 68 damage.
68, solid 68 damage.
You strike it for 68 damage, which is fantastic. As you strike Honchkrow gets knocked back really hard as he does. Seems to hit one of the glass panes as the glass pane seems to crack slightly. Honcho! He seems to sit up. He's flapping, but he's barely keeping himself in the air. As Honcho looks to you, she looks back over to it. Honcho, roost!
Oh, fuck you.
Honcho seems to look to you and goes and lands onto the ground. As he lands onto the ground, he seems to shake his feathers a bit and then stand proud, puffing out his chest and pulling down his hat once more. Ah, that was a good one there. I can't believe you got through my defenses like that. But ain't gonna happen again, capiche?
Okay.
As that happens, she seems to look at Honcho. Honcho, I'm gonna need you to tough this out, all right? Yeah, no problem. As this happens, he seems to puff out his chest even more. As you can almost tell that Honcho seems to definitely seem to get a little thicker.
Oh.
As he puffs his chest out. Go ahead and use this only reaction I get for this battle. Don't worry about it.
Did you just roll a 4?
Didn't roll. I don't have to roll yet.
Oh, I thought I heard you rolling something.
No. I used I used the reaction over here. This one. With that being said,
Okay.
I mostly just moved it over there, but you'll see. Anywho, as this goes on, Barry, I believe it is your turn.
It is.
Or
What's the
or it would be your
Or?
turn.
I would like to ask. She does have her berry. She always has her berry.
What health are you
does
at?
That actually proc?
What health are
She
you
is
at?
at 40.
It is not proc yet. You're still over half.
Okay.
Oh,
Just
that's
wanted
how
to be
that
sure.
works.
Yes. If you remember, if you guys like actually play Pokemon, it only berries only really activate when they're like below like half damage. Usually below a third damage, but whatever. I go for below half. As you go to go for the next turn. As this happens, Honchkrow seems to again puff his chest out, and upon doing so, where is that dice? I'll just use one of yours. Which one is is it this one? No, that's a D12. Is it this one?
What are you looking for?
There we go. I believe it's this one. Yes. Putting an inspiration in this. I'm glad I did. It's better. All right. Use up the inspiration. Bam. So, what's your move?
Well, obviously Barry's gonna use Ice Punch.
Can definitely do so.
Now, am I rolling with disadvantage or something,
No.
or do I just do a straight roll?
Just straight roll.
All right, here I go. I'm rolling. Here I go. That's a 9.
9.
So 18.
18 does not hit.
What?
Does not hit.
Why does that not hit?
As you go forward to attack Honchkrow, Honchkrow seems to again, its bird-like pectorals seem to extend outwards. It seems to be much more defensive right now. She has Gym Leader Shield.
Infiltrator. Does that not work?
Not on Gym Leader Shield.
Damn. God damn it.
It just increases its AC by 5.
Shit.
Again, though, it's the only time she can do that with that reaction.
Well, I guess that's my turn then.
It's also a way for me to give you guys Gym Leader Shield again, since that was on Lee and it wasn't on you guys.
Thank you very much.
As it seems to extend its chest outward, it seems to have the +5 AC, and unfortunately, you were unable to hit it with the 18 you hit with right there. As it goes to its turn, it doesn't. If I use Aerial Ace again, it's an automatic hit, but it really doesn't want to just die to an Ice Punch. It may work.
You could also do the 2 roofs in a row move. That is also a thing to really extend this fight.
I mean, yeah, she could just heal up to full, I guess.
You want to be one of those fucking trainers in game that are the most annoying fucking thing in the world.
She could just heal up to full, I guess, if you really want her to.
I don't want her to.
to where your fucking Ice Punch won't completely like take her down or anything.
That would be considered in bird culture a dick move.
I think she's gonna go for the attack that could potentially actually wipe Barry out.
All right.
All right, Honcho, Night Slash. Honcho flies up,
Gym leader dodge.
looks to Barry. You use Gym Leader Dodge. It's gonna be
Yes.
Gym with disadvantage. I cannot put any advantage into it, which sucks because I was about to. I was about to put a shit ton in it.
I know your game.
I wanted that to crit super hard.
I know your game. I'm not allowing that to happen.
As you go for a Gym Leader Dodge.
Barry, dodge it.
First roll. Nine plus 9, that's 18. Would that hit?
Physical.
That would hit. But, see if you get lower.
Come on, lower. Come on. Yes.
It
Yeah.
misses. As for some reason, right as the beak is directly at Barry, Barry waits until the exact right moment. A jet of water somewhat appears underneath its feet as they jump themselves very slightly to the side for a dodge. Barry's turn.
Ice punch.
Do it.
You go for an Ice Punch.
Endless.
This is the next turn, so it goes back down to a 14 AC. Go ahead and roll, my dude.
Let's see here. 1 and
Do it.
because I am just that kind of guy.
I mean, there's a miss. There's
That's
also a miss.
Mercy.
I think it was flipping when I was doing it right. I think it was flipping
8
for some reason.
That
Plus-
is-
9
That
equals.
is 17.
Does a 17 hit?
Well, I mean, considering the fact that you just said it went back.
Does
down
a
to 14.
17 hit?
I think 17 hits.
Does a 17 hit?
I think it hits. Blue.
Barry jumps up into the air. As Barry jumps up, Honchkrow only just now missing. Honchkrow looks back. The darkness completely enveloping the area. Barry goes for an attack just as Honchkrow jumps out of the way. But then Barry, with a slight jet of water beneath her feet, jumps upward, Ice Punch in hand, and delivers a blow to the chest of Honcho. As that happens, Honcho's eyes go wide. It falls and tumbles onto the ground.
You did it.
Yay!
Good job, Barry.
You did it. Return, Honcho. Yeah, I'm sorry. What's the matter?
That was a good battle. Thank you.
She steps forward. She looks at you. She looks at Weasel. She looks at Evelyn. Yeah, it was a good fight. Congratulations.
Why are you making that noise?
Why are you making that noise?
I suppose this means, since you bested me, I should give you a badge.
I'd like that, but I don't think that was exactly the agreement, was it?
Watch out for the bird with the knife.
You're right. I believe there was one other condition for you to obtain my badge. Was there not?
I believe it was be able to get out of this alive.
She steps forward. As she does, she looks to you, Varric. Do you think you can?
I think I can.
Varric, roll me for Dex.
She's gonna try to stab you.
Anyway, let's see here. Let's just have one, just in case. That's a 5. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 17. My number is 17.
Altogether, that's a 19. It looks like.
It's a 20, isn't it?
Looks like you
Oh,
have
wait,
two
no.
decks.
I have 2 decks. 19. My bad.
Do-do-do-do. Grab this. Put these in it.
Of course.
I didn't get to use them in the fight. I'm using them now. I didn't need to. Oh well. Rolling again. And again. Yep.
Oh
Ah.
no!
Well,
Ah,
everybody
so
say
this is the
everybody
way I
say
die.
goodbye to Varric. Varric,
Ah, I die.
as you look forward, she seems to open up her hand. You notice her sharp black nails. As you see them for a second, your eyes go wide as she moves forward with them in an upward motion.
She literally gonna try to fucking murder you?
She grabs your head. She pulls you closer. And she gives you a kiss on the cheek.
Ow. Oh, I wasn't expecting
As
that.
she does, she looks to you. There, you feel rather alive now, huh?
Yeah.
She puts her hands over your hands. She lets go, and something drops into your hand. As it does, all the lights in the entire room go out.
So what's in my hand?
I wonder what that tiny thing is in your hand.
Again. I'll find the breaker.
No doubt!
As all the lights went out, Varric, you hear, but play along, okay?
All right.
Can you make it out? As
confident
she
I
says,
can.
as she says this, a Murkrow with a flashlight seems to fly over you and shows to the south there is a direct route to the exit.
Play along.
Barry,
For
Evelyn,
who?
come on.
I think it's on
Gotta
this
find the
wall
way out
over
of here.
here.
Evelyn, did you hear?
What? What?
Evelyn, Barry, come on. We gotta find our way out of here. Quickly.
Okay, he's shining a light.
It's like, all right, we can make it. I know we can. As you guys make your way toward the exit, a Murkrow with the flashlight over at you guys, Keanu, seems to shine a light over toward the emergency exit.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't find it on this wall.
As you guys go around, you eventually make it to the exit as well. Upon getting there, Evelyn, you hear as the two Murkrows come near each other. Fake Shady and level 1 Thug. It seemed to happen again, didn't it? Yeah, I thought we paid the electric bill this month. Oh well, the others won't know anything about it, right?
What's that?
Flies away.
Oh, okay, well.
You guys find the exit to the place.
I ache everywhere.
Do you guys want to leave the gym?
There is still the matter of, trying to get the lighthouse from being covered in Murkrow.
Mm-hmm. You want to go back and find her?
I'm gonna spray Evelyn with one of my uses of my potion.
Oh, thank you.
Evelyn, you get sprayed.
Yeah. Oh, that feels really good, actually.
How much does the potion recover? I believe it is
20.
20, yes. So you have one more use of the potion. Evelyn, you are up to 22 health.
Hey, thank you, Keanu.
I'm the best.
Do you guys want to make your way out of the gym?
No, we
I
gotta.
mean, I think our business is done here.
What
We
about
didn't
the
get her
lighthouse?
to stop cursing people, though.
What? Oh,
That was like the main reason we came here.
Yeah, it really sucks nobody talked to her about that, huh?
really? Huh. I was really thinking about going Mantine surfing. I'm gonna be real.
That's
was-
on my mind, too.
I guess I was too focused
Maybe we
on
should-
trying to get through without getting hurt.
Maybe we should just take a step back in and yell for her real quick. I can yell
Yeah,
real good.
Do it.
Let's do that.
You guys step back in.
And using echoed voice, she's going to yell, "Hey, can we talk to you for a second, by the way?"
You hear, because you used echo voice, "Hey, can we talk to you for a second, by the way? Hey, can we talk to you for a second, by the way? Hey, can we talk to you for a second, by the way? Hey, can we talk to you for a second, by the way?"
That ought to get her attention.
Nobody responds.
Or did she leave? Did she just leave?
Well, I guess that's that then. We tried.
Yep. All right. Well,
Well-
we did everything we could.
We, okay. We
Listen,
can
if you're
probably
still
find
there,
her.
maybe don't attack the lighthouse anymore. You're gonna really run the guy ragged. And that's all he's gonna say to that.
Nobody responds.
we should.
that's
we
fine.
can- she's probably gone.
I mean, I think more than anything, it's if he fails to do his job one day and he doesn't clean the lighthouse, and then a boat like smokes the docks. That's like a lot of money.
Yeah, but that's money that could have been saved because if
And
if,
people could
you know,
get hurt.
if she
and
didn't curse people.
And then
So
she
that-
go to jail. I mean, they'd have to prove it was her, and that'd be a whole thing. So this would take this is like a multi-year-long process of investigation, and it really would just be sinking both the taxpayers' dollars and a lot of people's heart into
Or
a
we could-
well that people might never really come out of.
we could just ask her to stop.
Yeah, no, I mean, like that would be the best. I think.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We can probably find her again if maybe we come back tomorrow or something. Or
Yeah,
Alright.
get after dinner with Nelson. That guy's
Yeah.
a bro.
hopefully that we don't have dinner on the boat and then get.
Do you not like
Yeah.
boat dinners? Because there's this
No,
really
then
cool
we'd be
boat down
harassed by
in Green
Murkrow
too.
while we're having dinner.
Oh. They wouldn't do that.
They might. I don't know.
Get out of my gym! I'm kidding.
So you were here.
I'm kidding.
Peering behind the corner.
So, do y'all want to go Mantine surfing then?
Yes.
Man, surfing. Man,
Yeah, tide surfing.
All right, let's go Mantine surfing.
As you guys,
Bring my Pokemon back out.
as you guys step out of the gym.
Oh, hey, Slim.
Get out of here, Slim. As you guys step out of the gym, you all blink and look up into the light because it's freaking. It was dark as anything in there the entire time. As this is happening, you guys look around the area, just kind of adjusting yourself to the light again. As you guys look off toward the side of the gym, you guys see over by a payphone.
Oh,
She was not in there. She was not in there in the slightest.
Huh. Oh well.
She seems to be on the phone, talking very quickly and loudly at a person over the phone.
So I'd like to look at the thing that I got that she gave me in the dark.
You got a thing?
Yeah, what was the thing that I got? I'd like to know. What the
A
thing I got.
knife.
Well, I guess she wanted me to stab her. But
No,
I
you
kinda
got it.
didn't
You
get
got
the
it.
hint.
You got a gym badge. I do not have the gym badge on the thing right now because I was planning on giving it to you on Monday, and I completely forgot to put the new gym badge in there. But she had given you a gym badge. I will show the gym badge off on Monday. It's just the same
Hooray.
Olivine City gym badge as everybody's already seen, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think.
Yeah. But I fucking finally did it. Yes.
But as you guys see her over on the other side, she seems to be chatting with some gentleman over the phone, yelling something about how she's already paid the electric bill this month. I think it's a good time for us to end things off.
that's
Yeah.
a lie. I know she's lying.
As she is yelling off and doing that thing, yelling about the electric bill and how it ruined the ending of her gym battle. We were only going to be here for a short time. It's been a little bit over 2 hours at this point. We just mostly wanted to get the gym battle itself out of the way. We'll be coming back on Monday, doing the actual full game that is going to happen there. Varric is going to be pretty silent through that game while he's looking at his gym badge.
But she's gonna miss all the Mantine surfing, and April's suddenly gonna be like, "Brr, brr, 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 hello, I can use words again and got Mantine surfing."
It seems like it's something that you guys can come and talk to her about in a little bit. She doesn't seem to be running away from you guys, but she does seem to be very busy right now with the whole talking to the electric company thing. She doesn't look like she's gonna be stopping the phone call anytime soon. So if you guys want to go man-time surfing while there's still things to do, you might want to go and do that now.
Mm.
But with that being said, short game, but it was supposed to be a short game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Says we enjoyed. So think questions, comments, points, wisecracks. Put in the comments below. We can sit here for a little bit and talk and chat about things. If people would like to. The Haunch Crow itself actually had a decent bit of health, but I knew as soon as that first Ice Punch hit, it's just like oof. It's
You're not
it's
gonna make
Big
it
oof.
long.
it's not gonna be that's gonna be long. I am using Roost the way it used to be used. I'm not sure if it's still used this way, but whenever a Pokemon is roosted, they lose the flying type.
Oh.
So
I
if
don't
you-
think it is used that way.
I don't think
anymore.
it's used that way anymore, but it used to have something. I'm not sure which generation it was in, but it used to do something like that, where basically while it's on the ground roosted, it wouldn't have been super affected by Ice Punch.
Did A-Rod's
Okay.
donation go through? He's asking in chat.
Did another one go through? 9 minutes ago, yes. Congrats, Emerald. You finally accomplished something in game. I didn't hear a notification, but I see it on the thing. You finally accomplished something in game. Have an inspiration to celebrate. Hope you don't lose it. You loser. Crimson Dragon also gave 3 bits. Says, "Hi, my boys. Just got here and I recently found out how to get free bits, so have some." Heck yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, look at those free bits.
I enjoy free bits. Let's go ahead and
Y'all
give
missed
you.
Varric
We'll
getting
give you one of these
smooched.
back. Here you go.
I got fucking smooched, guys. I think it's the biggest takeaway from all of it.
Freaking
You had to get
damn.
out. You had to get out of there alive. So she's like, "Oh, you may feel a little alive now, huh?"
Think about it. You're
Yeah, dude.
entirely compatible. You're Varric Richmond. She's poor.
Oh, that's great.
Bam, love.
Match made in heaven.
That's how it works.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. She totally paid the electric bill this month.
Those birds said she didn't.
Totally did.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
of
they
the
said
mind
they
that
thought she
those
did.
birds are smarter than she is.
I'm glad that Durant got to help.
She just makes me think of like
My poor boy.
Dekamori or Mori Summer from Chunibyo.
Yeah, I feel you.
So how'd you like your first gym battle, Evelyn?
Let's not do that again.
Yeah, next time when we're doing gym stuff, maybe it is better to like not have all your Pokemon out.
This is the first
No.
gym out of the 4 gyms we've been to that have done that. Or 3 gyms, I
Things
guess.
have to happen kind of automatically for her because she doesn't have any gym trainers to help her out. You see.
This is an abnormal case.
She can't really afford to keep any gym trainers, you see, so she has to blackmail them and defeat them instead.
I mean, she can afford some pretty cool effects with like the minimalistic style she's going for. I mean, I couldn't see shit during the gym fight, but it felt real cool.
There were Murkrows with flashlights.
Yeah,
They
no,
were
they were
really
super
fun.
neat. It had like this kind of spooky effect, and I was hanging next to a psychic and a ghost. And, like it was fun. 11 out of 10 would do again.
I laid on John Cena for a bit. It was great.
Yep. Remember, always be on top of a Stuffle, because if you pick it up, it'll fucking kill you. But if they're unconscious, you can totally pick them up, and that is excellent.
Aren't gyms city funded or something? Man, it's really interesting. You guys should probably figure out what's going on there.
Yeah, that seems pretty weird. I guess
Oh,
this is
what?
the adventure we're going on in the city for now.
Keanu shall solve the financial problems of Olivine City.
Olivine City doesn't have any financial problems. From what you guys heard from Nelson, like they're pretty booming right now with tourism because of the international champion being in Johto.
Eric, let me wear your glasses for a second.
No, I need them.
No, let me wear them.
No.
Hold my Vulpix.
Fine.
I'm taking your glasses.
Dodd says I blame the battle
Sure.
tower. What? Why would you blame the battle tower? What?
Okay, now, I can't
Why would
see,
the battle
but I'm
tower be
officially
blamed for
smart.
this?
So,
Well, that makes 2 of us.
this makes me dizzy. Okay, take your glasses back.
All right, you
Uh,
have Evelyn.
I
back.
don't think I could be an accountant. Glasses hurt my eyes.
Why would the battle tower have anything to do with it, Dodge? What? That's weird. It's not like the freaking Shady mentioned that a bunch of people have decided to go around there instead of ever going toward the gym anymore. That's
What's a
weird.
battle
It couldn't have
tower?
anything to do with the fact that she's fucking psycho.
She is a wholesome performer.
It
and
was
does not
fun.
believe the weird things she says at all.
It was actually a lot more fun than I thought it was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie.
Another one of the things you guys could have done is just had like a Pokemon go through the entire thing, since the Pokemon could go through the little like gaps in between the floors. If you guys would have went the right way, there would have been something else over in that direction. However, mainly if you would have ever lost perception rolls, you would have had to fight a horde battle.
Oh.
Oh.
That's the big thing with this place. If you would ever lose a perception roll, you'd have to fight a horde battle against slightly weaker Pokemon. They wouldn't have been like, the same as like, each of them have 60 health or something. They would have been weaker. They would have been weaker Pokemon, but there'd been like, 4 to 5 to 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But you were able to put all of your inspiration into those, so whatever.
Oh yeah, look at all the inspiration I fucking spent today. Look at that. My God. I was not taking any goddamn chances this time.
Which would have made very much like the gym battle itself a lot harder if you would have made it there after fighting 3 horde battles.
Mm-hmm.
I do love that, like, all right, rather, I think it's funny that you would have done probably better on your own without the help of another fucking player Pokemon.
Actually,
At the
you were-
same time, though, you were also rolling perception rolls for him the entire time through that.
like,
I mean,
you-
yeah.
you
In the
helped
fight,
me a lot.
definitely.
The fight was either way, it would have been fine, I think. But you helped me with the button that I couldn't reach because I would have just been trapped there.
I mean, Durant could have done that too.
That battle was something that was supposed to happen, but again, once you press the button, he's like, I'm here to protect the button, I ain't here to fight.
That's not my job description.
That's not my job anymore. I was going to stop you from touching the button, but you touched the button. I don't have anything to do anymore. I'm leaving. I have to go get ready for my snap practice.
They just practiced that.
But yeah, I think we did pretty well.
Ah, what the heck? I touched a button. No.
Oh no, not a button.
Get out of here. Get out of here. I didn't mean to touch you. Go away. There we go.
But yeah, the mistake turned out to be quite the boon.
It was
With your
certainly amusing.
Mhm.
Fucking.
And hey, you finally got the battle for the first time, and now you know why you hate it.
I mean, she doesn't hate it.
It's basically the reason I have to have you roll for your bravery is because, again, back whenever you guys were fighting Mewtwo as well, I had most of the humans roll for bravery when they went after him. Humans
It
are
was,
kind of conditioned to know that they're not as strong as Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on your braveries and how they're set, depending on like what number they are, I will stop you guys from basically putting yourselves in that kind of a danger. For Lee and Keanu, it's a non-factor because both of them had five bravery, which basically
Mhm.
meant I'm like, yeah, you guys are too stupid to really care for your own like well-being.
Mm-hmm.
But like anything less than that, if you guys don't have maxed out bravery, you do have to roll for bravery whenever things like that are concerned. So even though you are a very powerful Skitty, whenever it comes into things, you are still a human character. So it's still a thing of once you take damage, you're like, my mortality.
Oh god, my mortality, no!
I want to make sure I'm not dead. But yes. With all that being said, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. We enjoyed ourselves. Any comments, put in the comments below. Sunday, we're going to have Mega Man. It's going to be interesting. Day after, Pokemon. Several mans. It's going to be very interesting. So I hope everybody does enjoy themselves. Tomorrow, Nat 19. Pretty interesting.
Ooh.
Potentially some good old things over on the Blazing Azure Crow channel. Not to mention, in just a little bit, perhaps, I believe, Aaron, are you still planning on doing any streaming?
There is a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Ow.
There's a possibility of ours.
Yes. And it hurt.
So
Oh,
if any of you guys want to wait around, go over to the twitch.tv/frozenfrost. Aaron may be doing some streaming later, seeing what's going to happen there. We'll throw it in chats whenever it happens. But with all that being said, until next time, guys, like always, later days. What is Aaron streaming? Who the fuck knows?
Who knows? Click that link and have it
Last Friday we played Dying Light. That was pretty fun. I'm gonna have to go and talk to Logan for a little bit though, so I probably won't be able to join Aaron.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah,
Voodoo opened the shower for herself and watched the whole game.
with that being said, till next time, guys. Later days.
Later.
The night goes on as I'm fading away.
I have things to do, Aaron.
I just wanna scream.
My goodness, happened to me.